Have you ever heard that old saying, make money while you sleep? Yeah, usually that's the start of a scam pitch. But what if, for the first time, it's actually true? I'm serious, because I just found something that not only runs while you sleep, it actually works. I've personally put over $100,000 into it, and in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what it is, the results I've seen so far, and how you can try it yourself. Now listen, the smartest investors I know all value their wealth in Bitcoin. That's the baseline. Some are pure long-term holders, buy, hold, and ride the waves. And hey, that's worked out pretty well so far, myself included. But the savviest ones, they take it a step further. They're not just sitting on Bitcoin, they're putting their Bitcoin to work. They rotate between BTC and stablecoins strategically. They buy strength, sell weakness, and compound their gains. Compounding the gains is the most important thing here, because for them, holding isn't enough. It's about maximizing every Satoshi, as long as you don't risk losing it, at least not in a dumb way, and stacking more sats, stacking more Satoshis, cycle after cycle. The more Satoshis you have, the more Bitcoin, the wealthier you become in the long run. The goal isn't to stack dollars, it's to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. But hey, maybe your goal right now is to grow your stablecoin stack. Maybe you're not feeling all in on volatile crypto. That's totally valid. The system handles that too. In fact, even in this choppy market, it's been delivering returns north of 54% a year on stablecoins. That's realized performance. Not projections, not back tests, actual real gains during some of the toughest trading conditions we've seen in years. That's where the real gigabrains are. That's the game, and that's what Sequence was built for. It's a trading algorithm that plugs right into your exchange, like Bybit, and executes trades for you automatically. No guesswork, no chart watching, no stress, no sleepless nights. It's amazing, and that's why I'm bringing it to you guys. And today I'm sitting down with the founder himself, Ash, who built it from the ground up. We're breaking down the strategy, the results, and how you can run with it. So if you ever wanted to grow your Bitcoin bag without having to become a trading expert, this is my dream. This might be the single most valuable video that you watch this year. Hey guys, before we jump into the interview with Ash from Sequence, real quick update. We recorded this interview back on April 3rd. And since then, the markets have been a total roller coaster, massive swings, everyone freaking out, total chaos. But the trading bot, guys, it's absolutely crushed it. It's so nice having something trade for me. Since launching the bot on my Bybit account on March 10th, it's already stacked 0.015 Bitcoin in just 1 month. Bitcoin accumulation, it's actually happening despite the volatility and doing exactly what it was built to do. Here's a look at all the trades it placed during the madness, so you can see firsthand how it dealt with the chaos. And honestly, it's beat my expectations. I'm really stoked on this, guys, and happy to share it with you. And remember, everything that we talk about with Ash is true, very low risk. You don't have to hand over your Bitcoin to anybody. You just use my affiliate link in the description below. You sign up for Bybit. You use trading with Sequence, and they're gonna hook you guys up with these amazing bots. You use my link, you get to save all on the entry fee. You get the reduced commission that they earn and all those kind of things. So let's get back into the interview and check out these results as I show you real quick. As you guys can see, still win rate as of today, 100%, 22 wins, 0 losses. And it's just doing what it's supposed to do. If we go over here, we go to markets, trade, we go to futures, Bitcoin perpetuals, and you can see what it's been doing for me. So guys, as you guys can see, it's just, I would have never been able to make these trades or have this kind of guts to be buying all these dips. As it comes down, look, it's almost buying the very bottom here. It's buying at $76,000, $75,000, $77,000. And as you can see, it still was waiting to buy at 72,000, almost 73,000, but it didn't. We got one position open right now. It's in profit. It's a $58,000 position, and we're currently in profit at the moment. But this thing is doing what it's supposed to do. It just accumulates more Bitcoin, accumulating more Bitcoin, which is amazing. Ash, welcome to the channel. Good to have you. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Cool. So Ash, you are from Sequence, right? And your partner now, we're partners now working with this trading algorithm you guys have helped to design. Can you just give us the audience a bit of a background about yourself and Sequence as well, please?
Sure. So basically, we have started trading, or I personally, about 7 years ago, trading bots and algorithms, because like everyone, we started all as humans to trade. But as many understand, trading can cause sleepless nights, a lot of stress. One day we look like kings and the next day we're feeling super bad about ourselves. And this lifestyle was getting very stressful. So we started looking at charts and experimenting basically in the beginning how we can have a trading strategy that is in our head, and how can we code this and bring this to the chart without that we have to execute things. Moving forward, we design and trade it privately with trading bots and generally an algorithm. And we started trading with a DCA algorithm, which I will explain in a moment. And we have developed this over the years. After that, we founded Sequence, partnered up, and start being commercial and getting clients on board.
Cool. So for the audience that's watching, my audience, very smart audience, but if they're like me, they're probably not traders. I think one of the most interesting things since I've started using your guys' bots was just, for me, is really exciting to watch the charts, to see all the buys and sells and closed positions and open orders. And, when watching it and pay attention for a little bit, you can kind of understand, even without you explaining how the bot is working in the background. But what products are being offered to my audience and how do they work? What's the objective of them?
So we have 3 flagship products. First of all, it depends on the client. If they are big crypto fans and all they want to do is to accumulate crypto, in that case, of course, we have a lot of Bitcoin fans, and we have a product that is called a Bitcoin Accumulation. So what does it do? You don't really look at the US dollar value. You say, I want to start with 1 Bitcoin, to make a simple example. And I want to have tomorrow or in a certain time 1.1 Bitcoin. That is my goal. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin itself drops to 50,000 or goes to 150,000. That really doesn't matter. What matters is that I have more Bitcoin. For these people, we have the product, which is the Bitcoin Accumulation. It basically trades in the exchange of Bybit, an inverse pair. We're using your Bitcoin as collateral, trading the chart and taking profits in Bitcoin. That would be our flagship product. On the other side, we have a different approach, which we are also fans of, which is a US dollar accumulation. It trades a similar algorithm, and it uses altcoins because they're just more volatile. And the idea here is, I don't care about Bitcoin. I have 100,000 and I want to have tomorrow 110,000. That is my goal. So it doesn't matter if I hold Bitcoins. I'm not a fan of Bitcoin. Bitcoin can go to 1 million. All I care about is that my US dollar value grows. And for that, we have another product, which we call the US dollar accumulation. And because the altcoins are more volatile and we don't need to use leverage, we are using altcoins to trade against US dollar for that.
And how long have you been running these algorithms?
So the first version of this algo was run actually 5 years ago, this version of the algorithm. It was developed over time. And the latest version, and we're updating this almost every quarter because volatility matters, data matters a lot for us. It's all mathematical. The latest version, which is an upgrade, is now running almost since the beginning of the year, 15th of January.
And what has the success rate been so far for the products?
We have actually on closed P&L 100% success rate. That sounds a bit crazy, but DCA strategies are designed to take a lot of profit. What is our enemy is time. So basically, I'm not seeing a negative trade as an enemy. How we're designing the bots is to close in profit. And then we are playing against time, and the maximum we want to stay in a trade is 30 days. It is maybe makes sense to explain that we are taking fast profits out of the markets. This is not a swing trade that can take a long time. We are taking every single time a trade opens somewhere between 0.5% and 2% of the initial position. So although it's not a scalping product, it is a high frequency product.
So I just want to show this to folks right now. So
if you go now to invest, is this the Bitcoin accumulation one?
I'm just going to show people that right now, this is my Bitcoin accumulation account. And I've been using this algorithm, the trading bot, for 3 weeks right now. And you can see in the 3 weeks, win rate of closed orders, 100%, 22 wins, 0 losses. And where did you want me to go, Ash?
Yeah, if you scroll down again, where you have the win and loss rate, and you click below there on inverse perpetuals, where it says details of closed orders, it shows you actually every single trade. And you can here see as well every time you closed and the win and how much in Bitcoin you profited on a closed P&L.
So you guys can see if I go over to my overview, I started this account with 1 Bitcoin in there, and right now it's at 1.008 Bitcoin in about 3 weeks. So I've managed to accumulate 0.008 Bitcoin in 3 weeks thus far, which is pretty great. And when we go back and we look at, if I go over here to my futures and perpetuals, Bitcoin, looking at the trades right now, you can see my trade history here too, which is pretty fun to watch. You can see it's really cool that, it basically just bought the bottom of the sell-off over here. Looks like he sold up here too before it started coming down a lot and then bought back again. So it seems like quite smart. And you can look, this is the 1 hour chart. You can see all the trades that are happening on my account without me having to do anything, and they're winning, which is fantastic. And then you see here too, the different buy orders open. I guess they're always set lower, right, than where the market is, planning on buying as it comes down a bit. And then you can see I have one open position right now. It's $15,000 US worth. And the market would have to get to, Bitcoin would have to go $13,000 to get liquidated. So it's extremely unlikely that's ever going to happen. I'm okay with those odds. Can you explain a little bit about this strategy, how it works, and even though I've got 1 full Bitcoin in the account right now, why are we trading with only $15,000 worth of value, for example?
Exactly, that's a great question. So basically, we need the 1 Bitcoin. We're using the 1 Bitcoin in extreme situation for collateral. We're not always trading with your 1 Bitcoin. You pointed out something very important. Since this strategy is trading in the derivatives market, we have something called liquidation price. And obviously, liquidation price is a big enemy in the derivatives market. We don't want to touch it, otherwise we get liquidated. So the idea is, and we mathematically testing this, that Bitcoin is generally moving in a certain trading range. A lot of people freak out over tariffs today or over something else tomorrow, but really what happens is the charges trade within a certain range. And the majority of the Bitcoin that you're having in is just trading this range, and that's it. It just buys on a certain level, sells on a certain level. It doesn't listen to any noise. It doesn't have any emotions. However, we obviously fall out of ranges. This is when big moves happens. And for these big moves, we need the collateral to then on big support levels to buy back in, bring down the average price, and go out of the trade in profit. It is also important to explain, we have at the moment a bull market bot running on your account because we're technically still in a bull market. In a bull market, we have a safety net, which we call it. When all orders are fired from where the trade started, from 50% between where we are and where the liquidation price would be. But on the way down, it will theoretically, and all data shows, continually trade is close trades, and every single time we close the trade, it will recalculate, and bring again the liquidation price down. And like this, we're even going through all bear markets. We took data into account of the COVID crash, of the FTX Terra Luna crash. All this stuff is tested. We actually live traded to the FTX crash. We withstand all the sell-offs. So we are prepared for bad news, let's say.
And you guys are, the accumulation's able to still work even in bear markets?
Yes, it does. It is a little bit different from the ranges, but the basic idea is the same. It's just trading obviously safer, much wider range, because in bear markets, the markets tend to move faster and wider down. But the basic theory is the same.
Okay. For folks, watching this, I think that you said that the Bitcoin accumulation on average is getting about 36% a year or something. I know that's my good friend Didi is also using your strategy. He showed me his. It's 36% in the past year. That seems, almost too good to be true. A lot of people are going to look at this, and I think you said that the USD accumulation was something like 54% or something, right? So a lot of people, rightfully so, will be skeptical. And so let's talk a little bit about risks. Do they have to give you their assets, and how does this partnership work essentially? Yeah,
so basically we are very aware of a lot of scams and a lot of promises. And to answer your questions, we don't touch your money. You don't have to send you don't have to send me your funds. What we're doing, like in your account, the funds stay in your account. We're just connected through an API key, which allows us to trade. The great thing about the API key is also allows you as the client to decide what I can do. You will just allow me to trade, and that's all I can do in your account. So that already eliminates the risk of us taking funds out or any scamming like that. In terms of percentages, all we can say is we can prove it to you. Start very low. We are very big fans of just allocate a little amount of what you own. I mean, the minimum is 10,000, but if you have more in crypto, just start with the minimum. And let us show you, we are not running away. You can do it 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. I think at some point we will prove to you that it works.
And the fee structure is what? And then, if they sign up using our partnership link, that's going to be down in the description below. How does that work for them as well? What do they get by using the link?
So if you sign up with us, you usually pay if you have less than 100,000 trading, you pay 33%. Over 100,000, 30%, and over 1 million trading, 25%. However, if they sign up through your link, we're going to waive the 33 and 30%. They're going to start already at 25%, so they get a massive discount. Nice. And on top, we have...
And sorry, just to be clear, that 25% is from profit that they earn on a monthly basis, right?
Exactly. It's just a performance fee. There's no managed fee hidden. You make $1,000 or 0.1 Bitcoin, you pay 25% as a fee to us.
Okay. And then you were saying there was another fee or something as well?
Usually we have a fee of $299 sign up, but again, if they sign up with your link, that is also waived. So basically, if you use Kyle's link, you start at 25%, which is the lowest percentage that we offer, and the $299 are waived. So you basically just pay on performance.
Okay, great. Okay, so if I'm watching this and then I want to give it a try, right? And I'm just very skeptical. So I just put in $10,000 worth. Either I'm doing the stablecoin accumulation or the Bitcoin accumulation. Let's say Bitcoin, because I love the idea of valuing your wealth in Bitcoin and stacking more Bitcoin. I mean, if you have Bitcoin and you own it, but you don't have more cash to buy it, then it'd be nice if you could accumulate more Bitcoin somehow. And this is a solution for you. So let's say that they wanted to try it and they did. And then 1 month goes by, they make some profit. They can't withdraw the funds that they put in their own Bybit account, for example. So how do you get paid?
So actually you can. There is some kind of a little safety part that we leave open, which allows clients to withdraw 5% without even talking to us. And that also covers the 25% profit part that they pay to us. So it's very simple. You start trading, and then in the end of the month and the first week of the next month, you will get per email an invoice. It will show you the trading profits that you made, our fee. You can compare that into your account, and then you pay your part. And as long as you pay, we continue. That's another great deal that you have with us. I mean, there's no lockup, there's nothing. It's a very straightforward relationship. We trade. If you're happy, you pay. And if you pay, we continue trading. That's pretty much it.
That's awesome. So if I make, if I have 10 Bitcoin in there and, I make a Bitcoin or something like that, then I get invoiced from you guys, and exactly. Then it's up to me then to send you the payment. And if I do, cool, we get to keep going another month. And if I don't, then that's not nice. And we cut you out, and you don't get to use the algorithm anymore, right?
That's exactly how it works. We're not going to chase. Obviously, we send a follow-up email in case somebody forgot. Of course, clients can talk to us if they say, listen, I'm traveling, or can we postpone it? Usually we give a 72-hour window to pay the invoice, but if somebody communicates with us or is longer with us, we are obviously a little bit nicer. But yeah, if the funds are not coming in, there's no other consequence other than we just stop the bot and we go separate ways.
Yeah. And, all of this is for someone who's watching this for the first time or not a trader, doesn't really, not familiar with exchanges too much. Once they use my affiliate link down below, they're going to get taken to a sign up form. And then essentially from that point forward, you guys are kind of white glove servicing with them, right? You're helping them with whatever questions they have, how to use the API keys. And then if there's also a direct line of contact to you guys, if they have any questions or concerns or anything.
Absolutely. So generally the support is run via email and we have a very fast response time. Simple standard questions we do via email. Complex stuff, some clients are just interested in a little bit deeper, interested to know our team. Of course, we're handling money. Yes. We are always able to ask for a meeting and in 30 minutes talk through the account, the strategies, the ideas that we're having. We're not telling people where the market goes because quite honestly, we don't know. We're just telling them how we trade the market in any circumstance. So the support is there and we're alongside the clients from the beginning till the end, from starting with the API key till one day maybe they want to start a god of crypto and we will help there as well.
Yeah, great. I know that the Bitcoin accumulation one that earns approximately 36% per year on your Bitcoin, that one we've only found so far working with Bybit, really, right? The only one that has that right set up with APIs and the inverse perpetuals. Now, how about for my audience that's watching that can't get a Binance account for some reason? I mean, even they stopped taking Palau citizenships as well. So it's like, is there an exchange right now?
So the US dollar accumulation actually works on almost every exchange. The reason is because it's a spot product and spot is allowed in almost every country. If you want to trade derivatives, you can become a Palau resident. You can talk about that too. At the moment, they stopped taking them, but apparently it's going to free up in about a month's time because Palau is doing licensing. The derivatives project is a little bit sensitive. However, the USD accumulation product works basically everywhere.
So can Americans also sign up to Bybit to trade spot?
I think Americans don't have access to Bybit at all. But they could trade spot on various other exchanges, on Coinbase or Binance.
Well, so guys, watching this, I'm also going to put a link in the description below as well. I just recently got, hold on, where is it? All right, guys. So I just recently got this. It came in the mail like last week or something. It comes to you by FedEx. You take it out. You got your Palau digital residency ID. And I just got mine and here it is. So this is kind of like a golden access card in a lot of crypto, guys. Again, I'll put my link in the description below. It's not expensive and it gives you a lot of freedom to use because it's a legitimate Palau residency ID card, which in a lot of cases allows you to pass KYC where otherwise would be restricted. And I do know that without saying too much, that Bybit is doing a lot right now to try to open up back to the EU and places like Palau. So guys, this does take a couple weeks, 2 to 4 weeks to get in once you order it. But I would suggest that you do it. It really opens up a lot of freedom for Americans out there. And the reason I'm talking about it is a large amount of my audience is from America. So guys, definitely check it out. Ash, thank you for coming on. I just wanted to bring you on before I started, talking about it and showing the charts regularly on my show, because I think it's really important. For me, I've twice in my life, I've given my Bitcoin to people to trade for me, and both times ended with me getting nothing back. So I was incredibly skeptical coming into this relationship, but the fact that everything makes a lot of sense. The fact that, you don't custody it, it's on my account. You guys just get API access to trade it. The fact that to continue the relationship, if I make money and profit, then I have to pay you guys something. And also you have zero incentive to do something malicious, like open up 100x long and lose all my money, right? So you have all the incentive to do positive and well. And so all of these things check all my, red flag radar things. And so far, guys, to start out, I wanted to build a few weeks of my own progress and track record. I showed that to you today. I'll continue to show it to you on other videos as well and keep you updated. But I will be depositing more Bitcoin and more stablecoin into these accounts, as I think they're a great way to, mostly Bitcoin, but I know that in the current market conditions, there's a lot of you out there who are sitting on the sidelines, and maybe the stablecoin accumulation, if you're not comfortable being in volatile assets, the stablecoin accumulation could be very interesting, especially if you just have like a lot of money sitting on the sideline waiting to go into your altcoins or waiting to go to Bitcoin, and it's just sitting there not earning you anything. Or if you are staking stablecoin somewhere on an exchange or something, getting 4 or 5%, this is a chance to get way more yield on your stablecoin. And if you have cash sitting, non-digitized versions of US dollars, right, sitting or euros or whatever, sitting on the sideline of your bank, whatever, you can think about converting that to digital and then earning some yield on this, right? And maybe that's a good way to start earning some yield on your fiat money that's otherwise just sitting there getting debased and losing purchasing power. So yeah, anyway, Ash, thanks for coming on, showing your face. It's really important to build trust. Guys, I just want to tell you that, I've had some friends that have been working with Ash for years. Our relationship is newer, but my friends that know him, I trust with my life. So, and they've been working with him for years as well. So Ash, thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it, bud. Yeah, talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for having me, Kyle.
All right, so if this sounds like something you want to try, here's what you need to know. First, you'll need a Bybit account, but not just any account. The setup only works if you sign up using my affiliate link that's in the description below. Now, I get it. Some of you might already have a Bybit account. If that's the case, no worries. You've got two options here. You can close your current account and open a new one using my link. Or if you want to keep your current account, you can speak with a Bybit rep and ask to transfer your affiliate account over to me. If you've already used my link when signing up for Bybit, no sweat, you're all good. Let's rock and roll. But if you have any issues or questions along the way, no stress. I've dropped a Telegram contact in the description below. It's one of my team members who will help you get sorted. Once your Bybit account is set up properly, you'll be ready to connect with Sequence and start putting your Bitcoin to work.